There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network, and we are back from being off for Thanksgiving week. So we hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you didn't eat too much
Sorry
food.
about that.
Yeah. Hope you didn't eat too much food. Hope you enjoyed the football. Hope you enjoyed the fun. But anyway, it's back to work, and we're coming into our last month of the year. And I will tell you right now, our last show of the year will be Friday, December 19th. Because of course we always take off for Christmas and New Year's, but we will have our Christmas and New Year's streams, so stay tuned for that. All right, anyway, I'm Rose for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm on the line with two of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our resident Joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Below me is our tiny sus Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hi.
And in the chat room, keeping an eye on things, is our man from the Bronx, Sajo. And of course, it's also Monday. That means it's Raw night.
It's Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I'll give you one word that would ruin that. Monday Night Raw Chicken.
no. Oh, can you imagine somebody who unsuspectingly ate pate?
I wouldn't be able to eat that. Yes, I'll do it. LMFAO.
Hmm.
All right. So anyway, my Thanksgiving went very well, except on Friday.
Oh.
Well, because you guys know this, but I'm gonna give the Reader's Digest condensed version. Based in a nutshell, Mom and I had grocery shopping done, trying to get it to our neighbor. She wouldn't answer the door. I heard gasping noises. Called 911. The garage was able to get opened. We got in, found her on the floor. I could not lift her because I was afraid I could make the situation worse. So paramedics came. They lifted her up. She has been at the hospital since, and she's being treated for very, very low sodium too. So
Not to mention pneumonia.
yeah, and pneumonia. Because the problem was she couldn't cough the stuff out, so she's not been able to sleep well either. But she's doing much better. So I'm just glad I trusted my instincts. And trust me, folks, if you feel like something isn't right, do something. If you hear something wrong, call 911. Because they do take every call, and believe me, I would never call 911 for something stupid. This was real. So,
I believe you.
Yep.
I believe you.
And remember now, and I don't think it's everywhere in the country, but in a lot of the country nowadays, calling 911 for frivolous reasons can actually get you arrested.
Oh yeah. There's this thing on YouTube. Um, the people who have made frivolous 911 calls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get arrested for making 911, calling 911 for something like, I'm calling 911 because my cake burned or something like that.
I'm calling 911 because my neighbor's sprinkler
Mm-hmm.
is watering my grass.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. All right, so anyway, excuse me, I'm tired tonight, so if I apologize for yawning, seriously.
Well, hey, I'll be doing a lot of it too.
Yeah, I think we all will.
Yeah, well, you didn't have a dog who tried to boot you out of the bed at 3 a.m. either.
Okay, well, got a couple things to choose from here, story wise. Number one, Guy Fieri is in a wheelchair after he slipped on steps and tore his leg muscle in half. In other words, the whole quad exploded. Number two, 4 firefighters fired, arrested after allegedly treating fire station like a frat house. And number three, the TSA introduces a new $45 fee for people traveling without the real ID.
Well, I will say this.
Hi,
For
Frodo.
Oh, Frodo.
those that don't know, there, I think one thing we should do is discuss the whole win before we really get going on some those three stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else we should kind of discuss with regards to Microsoft's decision to get rid of Windows 10 and how people can take care of that themselves.
Oh, okay.
So I think Mike knows exactly where I'm going with this.
I think so, yeah.
Windows 11, I'm going to be honest, as much as I do use Windows myself, Windows 11 leaves a lot to be desired as far as a good functional operating system. Is it functional? Yes.
To a degree.
Yep.
I
Is
haven't had problems with them. No, excuse me. I haven't had problems with Windows 11.
Well, and not everyone does. That's the thing, Jan. We're not saying everyone's going to have problems with Windows 11. Not at all. Different folks, different strokes for different folks. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, Mike decided to dual boot his machine with the 4 terabyte storage device,
Mm-hmm.
and I made the same call because I'm sick and tired of Windows and how rigid it is. That's the best word I could come up with.
Well,
Shirley,
and
Shirley, I'm gonna
Yes.
show something. I'm gonna share my screen just for a little bit to show people
Okay.
what
Okay, hold on a second. Lala's in the chat, and she's saying, "Eating everyone, update DMV is under a winter weather advisory."
sounds about
Okay,
right.
what'd she say?
DMV is under a winter weather advisory. I think that's in her area.
So I'm gonna go to system window capture, and I'm just gonna do the
Oh,
whole
come
damn
on,
thing.
you turkey shit.
Okay.
So this is Linux, and I showed this off last on Sunday to the team,
Mm-hmm.
but this is Linux. Do you notice something interesting about my Linux?
I'd have to take a look.
No,
I don't know.
Look specifically at all my app icons.
Oh, they're
Oh,
very similar.
they're all in purple.
Yeah. So in Windows, it would take a fucking coon's age and a half to reconfigure your system to do this. So every app that I have that has an available purple theme icon has it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that doesn't have it, it has something it can use. Look at my cursor. Mike should be able to identify my cursor very quickly here in a
That's
moment.
from Skyrim, ain't it?
Yes. Okay. The thing about Linux is that everything is modifiable. I could change any aspect about anything I want. So to show that expressly off, let me go to global theme. Here we go. This is where I want to be.
not everybody has the computer smarts that you do, Frodo.
No, you're right. But here's the thing, Jan. You want to know how long this took me to do?
A month?
20 minutes.
Dang.
So
What did I have to, what, there was something you told me I had to do to get Linux.
you just have to download it and overwrite your Windows or dual boot. But for you, dual booting is not feasible option because you wouldn't understand how to dual boot, whereas I do.
That's right.
But you see, the thing is, everything in Linux is changeable. I'll even change something live right here on the show. I'm going to switch from Moe Dark, which allows these unique looking window buttons,
Mm-hmm.
to Oxygen live. Okay? I just did it.
Oh,
And
wow.
of course, for 1 second, I'm going to have to make one little edit, but I switched it in and out of maximize mode, and it looks like that.
Okay.
I mean,
well, remember, folks, breathe, breathe, breathe.
Yep.
Sorry, couldn't resist that one.
But no, I'm just saying, the point that I'm trying to make, Shirley, is that in the right hands, Linux is powerful. It really is. Is it the best for everybody? No. Let me show you guys what my when I boot my computer, what it does. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
So Mike, you should recognize that, the Fallout's Please Stand By logo. But this,
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
I'd hate to lose my
And there's Craig in the chat. Hey, Greg.
I would hate to lose some of my folders that I have that I worked so hard to get things on. Wouldn't I lose them in Linux?
that's when, if you decide to do a dual boot situation, no, you wouldn't. But the point
So
being,
all the programs I have on Windows now, I wouldn't lose.
if you did, like I said, if you did the dual boot, no.
The dual boot. What is a dual boot?
What is a dual boot? It basically means that when you have multiple operating systems running on the same hard drive, that's the process of dual booting.
Hmm.
So
So-
I've got a question. Would it work with my 8 gigs of memory I have on my laptop?
Probably not.
Actually, Linux is designed to run on 2 gigabytes.
Ooh.
Hell, there are versions of Linux that run on fucking 512 megabytes.
Okay. I might keep it in mind. But
What
let's
I'm
get on with what
What
Shirley
I'm
had
saying
planned.
is that Linux, you want to breathe new life into a computer, you flip it over to Linux. And I guarantee you, no matter what computer you have, Linux is going to make that thing kick into overdrive. You're going to literally,
So even if my 8 gigs of memory would perform like 32 or 64 or whatever,
it'd probably perform like 16 because in the setup procedure for Linux, it'll more than likely create a 16 gigabyte swap file or a 8 gigabyte swap file to counterbalance your 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah. Oh,
Which,
hey, hold on a second. Lala just said I was thinking about getting a Lenovo.
Lenovo laptops are really good.
yes, they are. They're the old IBMs. And I'll tell you this right now, there are a few companies that I will say take Linux compatibility to the nth degree. And if you're ever interested in switching to Linux, Lenovo, Framework, and Dell are the 3 best when it comes to Linux compatibility. Now,
I
I'm not
just found a
saying-
use for that 15-inch HP computer I have.
There you go.
I might convert
Use it.
that one over to Linux.
Yeah.
Save this one.
Yeah. There you go. You have one computer for Windows, one computer for Linux. Like, I don't know how much storage Shirley has, but she could easily run Linux on her desktop.
Yeah, I think mine's like a 32.
Well,
Mine's
I'll keep it
32.
in mind, Frodo. I'm just not in a hurry to do it right now,
Oh
since
no,
I'm
I
not as
understand.
tech savvy as you are.
But I'll put it this way. The reason that a lot of people are switching from Windows 10 to Linux is because Windows 11 has a few horrible, and I mean horrible, functions within it.
Oh,
One of them is recall.
One of them is what? Recall.
Recall. It is literally not even a joke, not even a hyperbole. It literally takes snapshots of what's on your screen every like 10 seconds. It's awful for security.
Yep.
It's awful for privacy. It's fucking terrible.
Which is the biggest reason why I am making the full jump from Windows to Linux. Privacy, there is no privacy as far as I'm concerned.
There is a way to get rid of recall using the Chris Titus Windows utility, but you have to run it a little bit frequently for it to stay, because every Windows update can cause it to come back.
That's
The
why
other one,
that's why I'm wanting to jump ship.
the other
Frodo,
Of-
when I get ready to go to Linux on my 15-inch computer, will you kind of guide me?
yeah, and the other horrible thing that Microsoft added to Windows is Copilot. Now, before you say, "Oh, I use Copilot, I love it," some people do love it. Some people do. But
Hear me.
the problem with Copilot as a whole is another privacy issue. Because Copilot, when you ask it a question, before it gives you an answer, it'll literally take a screenshot of your computer and all the RAM contents at that moment, and then parse every single bit of it to discern what you might be talking about. So if you ask Copilot, for example, why is the sky on Mars red? Okay. It'll literally, at the second you finish that question, bam, right there, it just took a full screenshot of your computer state, all the apps running on it, and every single megabyte of RAM on your device. Just to upload that to the Microsoft Copilot server for them to try and discern what you're talking about. That's not a joke.
I hate to say this, but
This is-
surely our Alexa devices do the same thing.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
listen. Hey, listen to what Sandra just put in. Windows 11 should go to Uranus and stay there.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Yes, your Alexa devices do that, but they only do it for your voice. They
For
do
what?
not
Your
For my
voice.
what?
your voice.
Your voice.
You do
Okay.
not have a screen or RAM, as you know it, connected to the Alexa device. Yes, Alexas do have memory, and it's usually DDR3 RAM, but, the point being is that your Alexa device, even though it is a security risk in and upon itself, it is also a lot more safe than Copilot.
I don't use Copilot, so No
But
matter to me.
I'm just making the point, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people say Copilot is the greatest thing ever. No, it isn't. It doesn't even know how to do basic Windows functions. It's just Recall and Copilot are two of the worst ideas to come out of Red Hat.
Recall must be Google.
No,
No,
that's
it's
Microsoft.
Windows.
I still remember Cortana.
Oh God, Cortana.
All right. When do we get started with the doggone stories?
Yeah.
Go for
Please?
it, Shirley.
Yep.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. I think we're going to go ahead and get the TSA one out of the way since, for everybody who doesn't have a real ID, you could be having a bit of an issue coming up. So if I can get my mouse to work. There we go. All right. So, and this is courtesy of the official TSA website. Here we go. TSA introduces new $45 fee option for travelers without real ID starting February 1st. And this is out of Washington today. The Transportation Security Administration announced today that it will refer all passengers who do not present an acceptable form of ID and still want to fly an option to pay a $45 fee to use a modernized alternative identity verification system, TSA Confirm.ID, to establish identity at security checkpoints beginning on February 1st, 2026. Travelers will be able to pay $45 to use TSA Confirm ID for a 10-day travel period. That's really dumb. How about people?
You know what that sounds like to me?
What?
That sounds to me like another security violation.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm sorry to say it like that, but Jesus fuck.
Yeah, only 10 days? What if people have business trips? Can you imagine how much that's gonna add up quick? All right. Anyway, TSA urges travelers who do not have a real ID to schedule an appointment at their local DMV to update their ID as soon as possible. Lucky for me, I already did that in December 2022, so I'm all good. All right. Anyway, here are the acceptable forms of ID. First, of course, is the real ID, compliant driver's licenses or other state photo identity cards issued by Department of Motor Vehicles or equivalent. And also, a temporary driver's license is not an acceptable form. State-issued enhanced driver's license or enhanced ID, EDL or EID, U.S. passport card, DHS trusted traveler cards, Global Entry, Nexus, Sentry, and FAST, U.S. Department of Defense ID, including IDs issued to dependents, permanent resident card, border crossing card, acceptable photo ID by a federally recognized tribal nation, Indian tribe, including enhanced tribal cards, ETCs, HSPD 12 PIV card, whatever that is, foreign government issued passport, Canadian provincial driver's license or Indian or Northern Affairs Canada card, transportation workers identification credential, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Employment Authorization Card, U.S. Merchant Mariner Credential, and finally, Veteran Health Identification Card. Excuse me.
And I'm going to say this right now. Even though the government already has all of our personal information, la-di-da-do-do, you know, the fact that they're trying to do this is just stupid, you know? Honest to God, I do not believe that it was necessary for real ID. While, yes, I understand their viewpoint, it's still fucking stupid.
All right, anyway, all travelers without an acceptable ID, including those who present a non-real ID compliant state driver's license or ID, will be referred to the optional TSA Confirm.ID process for identity verification upon TSA check-in and prior to entering the security line. This process will differ airport to airport, and TSA is working with private industry to proactively offer online payment options prior to arrival at the airport. The Real ID law was signed more than 20 years ago, but previous presidential administrations failed to properly implement it. Under President Trump's leadership, the law was finally implemented and enforced by Secretary Kristi Noem as of May 7, 2025. Currently, more than 94% of passengers already use their Real ID or other acceptable forms of identification. TSA expects increased wait times for passengers who do not provide an acceptable ID. Identity verification is essential to traveler safety because it keeps terrorists, criminals, and illegal aliens out of the skies and other domestic transportation systems such as rail, said senior official performing the duties of the deputy administrator for TSA, Adam Stahl. The vast majority of travelers present acceptable identification like real IDs and passports, but we must ensure everyone who flies who they say they are. Beginning February 1st, travelers who do not present a acceptable form of ID at our security checkpoints and still want to fly can pay a $45 fee and undergo the TSA Confirm.ID process. This fee ensures the cost to cover verification of an insufficient ID will come from the traveler, not the taxpayer. Okay, I can accept that part. Security of the traveling public is our top priority, so we urge all travelers to get a real ID or other acceptable form of ID as soon as possible to avoid delays and potentially missed flights. TSA urges all travelers who do not have a real ID to pay the fee online before traveling. For passengers who arrive at the airport without paying the fee, information about how to pay the TSA Confirmation.ID option will be available at marked locations at or near the checkpoint in most airports. Travelers who undergo TSA Confirm.ID processing at an airport should expect delays. So they're saying it's not the expense of the taxpayer, but just the traveler. I don't know.
Think we should do?
What?
We should have Mike be our TSA tester.
I have a real ID, actually.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I got that taken care of before I moved.
I went ahead and took care of it.
Just...
I took care of it back in December 2022 because it's like, you know what? If I have to get it, I might as well just go ahead and get it out of the way.
I just saw an interesting story from KCRG.
Uh-oh. What is
Go
it?
for it.
This is something that refers back to the when the SNAP benefits were problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is right. Mike, I think you may actually know this dude too.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but you know.
Go. What's the story?
Hold on. Sarah has to go through.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's fine. All right, so here it is. So, for those that don't know, when we had that situation with the EBT and the shutdown and all that, I can I can tell you from personal experience, this was a fucking bitch. It was a fucking bitch. Because it just felt like everyone was against you. Josh Rohn, ROHN, Mike.
It doesn't ring
You
a bell,
recognize
but if there's a face I can put to, then.
A Marion man
it's
receives
true.
monthly. It says the impact
There we go.
of the in
That's on my end, sorry.
shutdown are still being felt weeks later. KCRG team tonight's Rebecca Vaughn joins us live in the studio.
Can you guys hear that at all?
How that
Yes.
Shit, hang on.
Today said the federal government shutdown had
No, wait,
Got it.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I was going to say play it.
No.
No.
I can read it. I've got it up.
It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. And besides, I've got it up anyway.
No, I
I
don't know.
can read it. Out of Marion, a Marion man who receives monthly SNAP benefits said the impacts of delayed payments due to the federal government shutdown are still being felt weeks later. Josh Rohn of Marion receives just under $300 a month in SNAP benefits. He qualifies for the program based on his income. He also lives with health challenges. For about 3 years, he has used the benefits to purchase food and drinks to help him take his medications. With having medications, it's easier for me to take them with food so I don't get nauseous or get sick, Rohn said. Having food stamps helps me get food and drinks so I'm able to take medications daily and have food to eat. He was one of many people in Iowa who had their benefits delayed because of the federal government shutdown. It put so much weight on my shoulders. I'm like, what am I going to do? Rowan said, how am I going to eat? How am I going to take medications? How am I going to help manage medical issues? Let's see. When his EBT card wasn't reloading at the beginning of November, Rowan had to make a choice between food or bills. He works as an Instacart shopper. I went to food banks every single week, Rowan said. It helped out. It gave me enough food to eat for the week. Family's been able to help with other bills, but he said he can't do that forever. My phone bill, I was luckily able to have family help me out on that, but I kept getting late fees because I couldn't pay on time, Rowan said. And he also picked up an extra job as a snowplow driver to help catch up on his phone bill. But if he hadn't, he said he would have lost access to a necessary medical device on his arm. A Dexcom that reads glucose levels in his blood since he's diabetic. I've got one of those myself. If the government shutdown would have continued longer, he said he risked losing his phone, his Dexcom, and possibly his job. You can't do the job, well, I have just Instacart personal shopping. That requires your phone, so if you don't have a phone, you can't do that. You can't keep Dexcom devices or any kind of medical stuff, Rowan said. And he said he wants lawmakers to consider people like him and the ripple-down effect. Everyone's having to rely on everybody because it's like, if you don't have the money and they shut you off, or if you get no heat, no water, you've got to choose between either paying bills or, at the time, getting food to keep your family from not starving or something worse, losing your house, Rowan said. If the government would stay shut down...
Hold on, Shirley.
Okay.
It's not just at the time, it's continuing. Because it's just trying to figure out how to keep your lights on and everything. When we lost access to EBT for those 11 or 12 days or whatever the fuck it was, we didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
Honestly, it puts a lot of fear into people. And I mean, I hope I'm not out of line by saying that, but it's true.
All right, let's see. Rowan said, if the government would stay shut down, I wouldn't be able to take any of my medications, and then a lot of jobs are hard to come by. In my opinion, they were worried about money, Rowan said. You've got to realize us low people, we got paycheck to paycheck or food stamps to food stamps or Social Security. I wish they would have just settled it a lot sooner and walk in our shoes, Rowan said. There are also some major changes coming to the SNAP program on January 1st, impacting what foods can be purchased with the benefits.
Yeah, in Iowa, they're taking away the ability to get candy, pop, gum, and vitamins on EBT.
Vitamins? Are you fucking kidding me?
Now, candy I can understand, but vitamins, that doesn't make sense.
Soda,
I'm
too,
not
makes
kidding.
sense.
But, to me, it's like, what the fuck? Gum isn't that big of a fucking deal. You know what it is? What people use gum for?
But...
oh, I don't know. Keeping from using drugs, allowing them to focus, that kind of shit.
Yeah, but why vitamins? Because depending on some people have vitamin B deficiency. I have a vitamin D deficiency. I take vitamin D twice a day. So.
Yeah.
Hold
you
on.
want to know something, Frodo? Frodo, I'm on food stamps. I am afraid of losing my food stamps because of the Big Beautiful Act. I'm absolutely afraid of losing them.
I agree.
You're not alone, Jan. Trust me, you are not alone in
And you
that.
want to know something? I read a little bit about the article. They want you to work volunteer 20 hours or work 80 hours. How can I get to a volunteer job when I fucking don't drive, right? And that's all I'm saying.
Well, for you, no offense to you, but I don't think you have anything really to worry about.
I hope not. I hope not.
People like me, I have stuff to worry about. Okay, so here's the list of restricted items: candy and sweets, candy, gum, mints, and items used primarily for decorating baked goods will be restricted.
Decorating what?
Baked goods.
Oh, okay.
Sugary drinks, soda, and fruit and vegetable drinks with less than 50% juice content are not allowed. Prepared foods, some prepared foods in store that are considered taxable will be restricted. Other
Well, they do
sweets,
that.
this includes
You know the
this
chickens.
includes items.
Let him finish, Jan.
Okay.
Other sweets, this includes items like sweetened coconut, marshmallows, and candy dipped fruit. Still eligible. Healthy foods, you can still purchase fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, dairy products, and eggs. Staples such as bread, cereals, and other staples remain eligible. Other items, some baked goods like cookie and cake mix, as well as items like ice cream and ramen noodles, are still eligible for purchase. Seeds and plants, you can still buy seeds and plants that will produce food. Items that have always been restricted: beer, wine, liquor, cigarettes, tobacco, non-food items, vitamins, medicines, and supplements, and hot foods intended for immediate consumption.
Why not? Why not? Why not allow the rotisserie chicken? It's a food. It's edible.
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
That's the exact reason right there.
Shit.
And that's why everybody loves going to Sam's Club to basically stock up on those things, because it's still only $4.98. Seriously. They've never ever raised the price on the rotisserie chicken at Sam's Club. It's still $4.98. So, and believe me, when there are times when people want to really get the rotisserie chickens at Sam's Club, I can see the line start, from where the chickens are, like go a long way, because they're waiting for those chickens.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? The ones at Walmart may be smaller
but
than
they
the ones
cost
at
more.
Sam's
But
Club.
they cost
But-
more.
I think the ones you could catch them at Walmart on sale for $4.99.
Yeah, but I still like the Sam's Club one better anyway. Alright, so let's get to this story here. Guy Fieri is in a wheelchair after he slipped on steps and tore his leg muscle in half. The whole quad exploded.
Poor guy, you gotta feel for him.
I know.
As active as he likes to be.
I know. Well, anyway, now this happened the day before Thanksgiving. So anyway, Guy Fieri's in a wheelchair, and the celebrity chef can't walk for 8 weeks, so his sons and nephew will handle Thanksgiving while he is quarterbacking from the wheelchair and telling them what to do. So, he fell down a set of stairs and tore his quad in half, an injury that required emergency surgery. He's required to stay off the leg for 2 months and says he's on crutches and in a wheelchair until he can begin physical therapy. His sons and nephew will take over Thanksgiving dinner, and he explained with me quarterbacking from the wheelchair. So, Guy Fieri was hospitalized and remains in a wheelchair as he recovers from surgery following a fall that tore his leg muscle in half. Woohoo. The Food Network star, 57, was in the midst of filming his new series, Flavortown Food Fight, when he slipped down a set of stairs on one foot, and one foot went forward and the other foot got caught on the threshold. So, it extended me out. I looked like I was probably doing the splits, he told Fox News Digital. The accident caused a tear in his quad muscles, located at the front of the thigh. You normally tear that muscle at your tendon, or the tendon tears off the bone, but this was right in the center of the whole quad muscle, and it exploded, the Diners, Drivers, and Dive star explained. He shared that his doctor told him that in 20 years of working, he hasn't seen a tear like this in the biggest, thickest part of the quad in half. Yeah, it sucked. His words. Fury said he's on crutches and in a wheelchair while he recovers from the injury, which required emergency surgery. I have to stay off of it, he told the outlet. I can't walk on it for 8 weeks. He will then need physical therapy, he shared. 8 weeks of no weight on it, crutches and a cast, and then the rehab. Which to me, I want to get after it as fast as possible. My doctor's like, as much as you want to get back into being Guy, you're going to really have to go through it. The chef said they've had to pivot to some creative filming techniques while production on the new show continued. We've got everybody in town and all the chefs there and 125 people on set. And everybody's ready to go, and I'm in surgery. His injury also impacted Thanksgiving, but the chef thinks it's funny how his kids took over the reins. My son Ryder texted me from school. He attends San Diego State University, and he said, well, I guess all the training you've given me and all the cooking I've been doing while I was at school, it was going to be my time to shine. And I said, I am so happy you're asking me about this versus me telling you that you have to do it. Ryder joined Fury's other son Hunter and nephew Jules in the kitchen. The chef shared, they all know how to cook, and now it's going to be me quarterbacking from the wheelchair and telling them what to do. And we cook for about 40 people up here, so it's got to be an adventure.
I had a question. Which son traveled with him in some of his shows?
I think
Ryder.
Yeah, it was Ryder.
Yeah. Well, hey, they probably have learned a lot from their dad.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised if either 1, 2, or all 3 end up eventually getting their own show on Food Network.
Yeah.
Who let the cat out? From my personal experience.
Hey, what the?
So for those that...
Oh.
What's up?
My screen suddenly went off. Oh. Okay.
Glitch. Anyway, I'm going to speak from personal experience on something right now, because for those that don't know, which really none of the fans should be able to know this because it happened except for a couple during our off time.
Mm-hmm.
My on last Monday, my foot I accidentally stepped on a piece of glass in my apartment, and it pretty well fuggered up my foot like something major, and I had to go to the urgent care clinic, get cleaned out. By the way, I'm gonna say this: see a syringe this big, like the size of a penis and thickness of a penis, come out? Scary fucking situation.
No way, no how, right?
All right. Okay.
But anyway.
All right. I got an odd situation here. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Well, if that happens to you folks, we apologize.
Don't you just love the technological glitches?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay,
but shit happens.
Yeah. Going back to that SNAP benefit situation, Craig asked, what about cane sugar?
No.
What about what?
Cane sugar.
I don't think it'll be eligible anymore.
Because it's part of the baking thing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, I'll just have to put my sweets I like on a separate bill.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well,
so
this reminder that all those restrictions were just in Iowa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could vary state to state.
Yeah. Good thing I'm not on Snap, so.
I'm about ready to see that.
pain in the rear end.
Go ahead,
I'd be
Frodo.
glad you aren't.
I was about to say, we should really think about as now this is me speaking
Mm-hmm.
uh as a this is
I'm
me
listening to
speaking
you.
as someone who's been working on stuff with regards to our brain farting um with regards to our politics. But as far as I'm concerned, Iowa just needs to get get away from being controlled by the Republicans, to be frank.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here's a story. Okay, this is a story I posted on I think on Friday. 4 firefighters fired, arrested after allegedly treating fire station like a frat house. And of course, this took place in Ocala, Florida. So here's what happened. Several firefighters were taken into custody after they allegedly treated a fire station like a frat house and violently hazed a fellow public servant. According to WCJB, citing the Marion County Sheriff's Office, 4 firefighters are facing charges after a violent hazing incident that occurred at Station 21 in Ocala, Florida. The following individuals were arrested and taken to the Marion County Jail on Wednesday, according to the report. 22-year-old Edward Kenny III, 22-year-old Seth Day, 19-year-old Tate Trothwain, and 25-year-old Kaylee Bradley. Authorities said the situation began when the victim, a 19-year-old firefighter, refused to show the suspects a TikTok dance video. The suspects then chased the victim into the parking lot, caught him, removed his pants, and struck him with his belt, according to the report. The firefighters then allegedly stole his phone and removed his underwear after he refused to give them his password. They allegedly dragged him across the parking lot and used a water bottle and towel to waterboard him, WCJB reported. Authorities said the suspects only released
those guys don't even need to be public servants.
Yep, authorities said the suspects only released the victim after a service call came in. In my 30 years as a firefighter, this is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen that's been reported to me. And as fire chief, I was in shock, Fire Chief James Banta said, adding that all 4 suspects had been fired from Marion County Fire Rescue. Carl Zalek, a member of the County Board of Commissioners, said a small group of employees treated the firehouse like a frat house, according to NBC News. Chief Bennett confirmed that the department is reviewing the Sheriff's Office investigation, which may include the actions or inactions of others who may have been aware and or present during this incident. The victim refused to take time off after the incident, insisting he has a job to do, according to the network's report.
Good for him.
Yep.
He didn't let it stop him.
Yep.
But you know what he ought to do if he can afford it?
What?
Sue the hell out of those guys.
Yeah. Oh,
To be
boy.
frank,
Go ahead.
I think that anyone who's willing to do shit like that needs to be put through the same exact fucking shit that they put the other person through.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, right?
Oh, worse than that, I think. I think as they're getting fired, they should have been stripped nude, like not just pants, but completely fucking fuck ass naked, and make to walk across the fucking firehouse 3 times before they even get a chance at their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Let everyone see the little dick bastards who hurt someone else, even though they're supposed to be public servants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I got this one on a sad note. On a sad story here, I just saw Home Improvement star faces 6th arrest in 5 years. Fiancé also arrested. So,
what did they get arrested for?
Hang on, Janet. I'll tell you. And this is out of Eugene, Oregon. One of the stars of the classic sitcom Home Improvement was arrested for the 6th time in 5 years, along with his fiancée, police said. Zachary Ty Bryan, 44, who played Brad Taylor, the eldest child on Home Improvement, was arrested November 29th in Eugene, Oregon, after he allegedly violated his probation tied to a domestic violence conviction he received earlier in 2025, according to jail records reviewed by People. Bryan's fiancée, Johnny Faye Cartwright, was also arrested and charged with driving under the influence, 3 counts of reckless endangerment, and 1 count of attempted first-degree assault, according to jail records. Authorities have not released details about the events leading up to the arrests. People reported that Bryan's previous domestic violence conviction involved Cartwright, with whom he has 3 children. The November 29th arrest marks Bryan's 6th in 5 years. He first came in 2020 after a drunken dispute between him and Cartwright, TMZ reported. He was convicted only of menacing and was on probation for that crime when he was arrested a second time, this time on charges of 4th-degree assault and 3rd-degree robbery. Let's see. Bryan was arrested twice in 2024 on charges of driving under the influence, and his 5th arrest was a domestic violence incident that led to his probation. And that's it.
Okay, what did that have to do with Beyonce?
Not Beyonce.
No. What do you mean Beyonce?
Okay.
There's no...
Never mind.
It's
Like
getting
I
late.
said,
That's what the problem is.
My brain is starting to shut down. Sorry.
That's all right.
You're fine.
Yeah, Sajo said the walk of shame. Yep.
Pretty much.
Because, Home Improvement was big. It was big for him, but, unfortunately, he's fallen by the wayside like most child stars do.
They have this thing on YouTube about the child stars that they haven't fallen from grace because of crimes. Just like some of the Disney child stars.
Yeah.
When they mature and go through puberty, the world doesn't need them anymore.
Right. And
that's so sad.
Now, then look at Miley Cyrus. She started off, of course, as Hannah Montana, and she grew up. Admit, got a little weird, but she's gotten better since. But it's just that people don't want to accept that she's grown up. She's no longer a child.
What about the girl that played Tintin in the Tintin Toronto in the Thunderbirds movie? What's her name?
Vanessa Hudgens.
She's matured too.
Yeah, she's done really well for herself. So. And look at Brady Corbet. He was Alan in that 2004 Thunderbirds movie. He won a Golden Globe for Best Director. So.
In what movie? What movie, I wonder?
Oh. Let me look at the name.
I had to ask. Gee, I just saw a flashing star.
The Brutalist. It was The Brutalist.
Sorry about that. I had to help my wife.
That's fine.
So, when the show's over, I'd like to talk to you for a minute, Frodo.
All right. Well, we're getting close to the end anyway.
About Linux for a minute.
You're not allowed to.
All right. So anyway, I think this is a good point to wrap up for tonight. I think we've done well. All right. Like I said, for those who like political catch-up, we're not doing that for the rest of this year. We will do it back again in 2026, but we're taking a break from it for the rest of this year. But on Thursday...
Simply put, there's enough bullshit going on in politics that it's just getting to the point where it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm. And plus, there are plenty of other people who put that news out anyway, so we're not worried about that. All right. Anyway, Thursday, I am going to be streaming Pac-Man.
Oh, you're going to be streaming Pac-Man, huh?
Yep. I will be doing Pac-Man on Thursday, and then 2 weeks from Thursday, I'll be doing the Early Days collection, Dark Duel Stories. Now, thankfully, Frodo, I have found a site where I can list every fusion possible. So I just might be
there's
able to
another site where you can put. There's another site that you can use. Hold on. Dark Dual
stories.
Fusion Calculator
Yeah.
is what I recommend looking up.
Okay. All right, I'll have to do that. All right, and then on Friday we will be doing trivia night. Yeah, this Friday we're going to do trivia, and what we're going to do is this Friday and next Friday, the 12th, we'll do trivia. Our final show of the year on the 19th will be Among Us. Fair enough?
Works.
Fair enough.
And
Give me time to practice.
And-
What?
And?
I was going to say, and the very final episode of this year is going to be our January 1st Susathon.
Oh, yes.
You mean 31st?
Yeah, the New Year's
December
Eve.
31st.
The New Year's Eve Susathon. We always.
But what I'm saying is
we do
January.
Yeah. And we'll be doing 2 of them since we have our 2 friends overseas in England. They'll be there first. Then we'll take a breather, come back starting at 11 p.m. Eastern on New Year's Eve. And we plan.
Actually, we should start at 10:30 Eastern so that we can make sure that he's on. Or wait, 11 o'clock Eastern. Never mind. I'm brain farting.
It's okay. Yeah, that's right, folks. We've lost track of time. No, I'm kidding. All right, so anyway.
We are lost.
I've lost track.
Time warp.
Or like the.
I've
or
lost
like,
track of my own fucking brain.
Trust me, this time of year, let's put it this way. For everybody trying to stay healthy this time of year, 2 words. Good luck.
No. No. 3 words. Good fucking luck.
No,
Shitballs.
no. I've got a better statement.
What's that?
Don't fucking worry about it.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Yeah, 'cause what can you do? I mean, you're stuck having all these dinners and cakes and pies and other bad food. It's like, well, as long as you eat in moderation, you'll be okay.
I just say don't fucking worry about it because fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Party.
Because
It's the end of the year.
Because let's face it, between Halloween and New Year's, what are you gonna do?
Eat candy.
Yep.
Oh, my Alexa
By the
device
way-
says, "Oh, hello, chartreuse."
Go ahead, Frodo.
Hey, Ziggy. Tell Janet about all the benefits of Linux.
Well, I might take that 15-inch computer in and get it checked and cleared and everything, and then download my Linux system on that one.
When you okay, we'll discuss this after we end. So
Okay.
just
All right.
end it, Jan. End it, Shirley.
All right. So now that we've gone through all that, let's play the ending. So hang on for 15 seconds.
Watch out. She's going to be doing something behind the scenes.
That's right, folks. I just ate something. Okay. All right. Anyway, now that that's done, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease.